Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Hope that you are having a good end to your week, that you can let go of the previous week and move into this Shabbat that we can spend together to relax, to be with our families, and to enjoy this weekly gift that we receive of Shabbat. This week, we continue this epic story that we know very well. It seems like it should be Passover time based on the pieces of text that we're reading this week, but it is not Passover yet. In fact, it's not even Tu B'Shvat yet or Purim yet, but the text takes us into what will be the story and the stories that we know very well regarding Passover, just like we started last week, and we continue. This week, by the way, in the Torah portion called Va'era, not to be confused with Vayera, that's in Genesis, this is Va'era, we encounter a stubborn Pharaoh who ultimately brings upon, because of his stubbornness, brings upon the Israelites, brings upon the Israelites who are enslaved by the Pharaoh with his stubbornness, ultimately brings about the plagues onto Egypt. 7, by the way, of the 10 plagues occur in this week's Torah portion, leaving the last 3 for next week. So I just want to prepare you for that, because we'll have more discussion about that at our Torah study soon, tomorrow, 9 o'clock. But I want to point out to you this really cool section right at the beginning of the Torah portion. I want to actually read it to you. It says this, it says, say, therefore, to the Israelite people, this is God speaking, I am God. I will free you from the labors of the Egyptians. I will deliver you from their bondage. I will redeem you with an outstretched arm and through extraordinary chastisements, and I will take you to be my people, and I will be your God. Pretty nice, pretty great to hear all of this from God. And so again, it says, I will free you, deliver you, redeem you, take you. And then if you actually keep reading, it even goes on to say, and you shall know that I, God, am your God, who freed you from the labors of the Egyptians. I will bring you into the land which I swore to give to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So there's this really beautiful promise that comes for us in this piece of text from God, from this Torah portion. Again, I will free you, I will deliver you, I'll redeem you, I'll take you, and I'll bring you eventually into the land that's promised to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Pretty impressive. I mean, I'm impressed. I hope that you're also impressed, because it's a pretty impressive text. So let's count these just for a second. So it says, free you, deliver you, redeem you, take you, 4. And then there's a bonus 5th one that says, I will bring you into the land that I promised Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So 4 of them, followed by a 5th one. So I want you to think about Passover and think about those numbers. Leave out that extra bonus 5th one, but talk about the number 4. Is the number 4 popular around Passover? What do we have that's 4? There are the 4 questions, good. There are the 4 cups of wine, good, excellent. And so there are all kinds of beautiful number connections that we have in Passover from this piece of text. And so the 4, by the way, about the connection, free you, deliver you, redeem you, and take you, that, according to our texts, tells us that those are the 4 cups of wine that we have during the Seder, that each one of them represents one of these beautiful statements that comes from this week's Torah portion. Free you is the 1st cup, deliver you, the 2nd cup, redeem you, the 3rd cup, and take you as my people is the 4th cup. And then that 5th mystery cup is probably that other cup that sits on the table, and that is the cup for Elijah. Now, of course, the Reform movement, we also have our cup for Miriam, right? But those are the four main ones that connect to the four different cups that we get to drink during Passover, right from this week's Torah portion, even though it doesn't align necessarily with the holiday of Passover. So I hope you have a wonderful Shabbat. We'll be talking a little bit more about this tomorrow, 9 o'clock. Hope that you'll join us for our continued conversation. And don't forget, services tonight are at 7 o'clock. And then again tomorrow at 9 o'clock. Can't wait to share more discussions of Torah with you. Shabbat Shalom.